What's up, guys? It's Ryan with Top Hat Connections. It's Top Hat Tuesdays today, and I think we should talk a little bit about doing or making offers. Now, there's a lot to talk about, so I'll try to make it pretty quick and brief, though. First things is, obviously, you're going to want to get pre-approved because you have to provide that to the sellers within 10 days after going under contract. So that's a big part of your offer. Plus, if you already have that in advance, it makes yours look better than the other guy who doesn't have a pre-approval letter yet. So that's tip one. Tip two is going to be when you ask for closing costs. Now, if you have a good lender, which get with your realtor, they'll make sure you get a good one. That lender should have been able to provide them with an idea of how much closing costs they are going to need to ask for based, because they've seen their bank statements, things like that. So once you know that, and if you need all of your closing costs covered, that's going to factor into your offer. So say the house is $150,000, and which usually anywhere from $100,000 all the way to as much as $300,000 people usually will ask for closing costs, and that's because that's kind of a first-time home buyer range, and usually they have good enough jobs, but they don't have that much cash in the bank to cover all their closing costs, out-of-pocket costs, things like that. And when I say closing costs, I mean closing costs, which those are usually only $3,500, but then you have closing costs, your prepaids and your escrows and things like that. And they do add up. Average closing costs in Oklahoma is about $5,000 to $7,000 depending on the house. And that's all of it included, so title fees and things like that. So, it's not uncommon to see that, buyers needing that. So if you're a seller and you're in that price range, and if you get a offer that is asking for closing costs, don't be thrown off because it's pretty common. But like I said, though, back to the buyers, though, if you're going to make an offer and you need closing costs, think about the price of the house too, because say, like I said, the house is $150,000 and you're going to offer $145,000 and then ask for $5,000 in closing costs. That's not a very good offer. I mean, it's pretty good, but at the same time, you're hitting the sellers with $5,000 less, plus they're gonna have to pay another $5,000. So now that's $10,000 less really than what they want. So it does factor into your offer a little bit because, if someone comes in with another offer and they offer full price with $5,000 closing costs, well, obviously, if everything else in the contract was the same, they're gonna pick the one that had, a full price with the closing costs. So, but the difference is for you though, as the buyer, that is just going to make a small increase in your payment to pay $5,000 more on a house. I mean, given that's if you can qualify for that, but if that wasn't the issue and you could pay $5,000 more for the house, why not just offer $5,000 more and then ask for $5,000 in closing costs? Because that $5,000 is going to hit the seller immediately. The $5,000 added onto the house is not going to hit you. It's going to be in a monthly payment, so you're not going to notice it as much. I hope that makes sense. The other thing is, if you don't want to lowball a seller and then ask for a whole bunch of stuff in your contract too, like if they had really cool furniture or something, which that's pretty popular here in Oklahoma, and people want, a couch or a painting or the outdoor furniture they thought was really nice and they asked for it. Well, it's fine to ask for things. My opinion is you're buying the house, not the stuff. So, try to keep it pretty simple. But other than that, if you're going to ask for a whole bunch of stuff, think about that in your offer too. I mean, if you're asking for some painting and the chimney outside and some furniture and stuff like that, and then your offer is $5,000 less than what they're asking, as a seller, that would kind of piss me off. You know what I mean? So try to think of it like, if I was getting this offer, would I take it when you're making your offers? And your realtor will be able to kind of educate you in that too. But in respect, just try to think of it realistically, because at the same time, making the seller mad and not even countering is a very possible thing, and it happens all the time. So make your offers and make it something that makes them think about making a counter and doesn't just completely piss them off. So anyway, just little tidbits. We're going on 4.5 minutes now, so I'm going to cut it off, and I'll see you guys later in the week for Fun Fact Friday. So don't forget to like and share this video and like our Facebook page. You have a good one.